start to the week. Great conversation on the Morning Crossfire today. It's a conversation that should be had. It's a conversation that should continue to be had. I like the fact that people who couldn't contribute during the course of the program, and you just need to see the number of voice notes. Kofi has gone and opened the Pandora's box. I don't know whether we'll have time enough to take more and more of these comments subsequently. But there is more to come from where that came from. So to all of you who are listening to Nigeria Info across the land, special morning to you. Special day to all of you in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, and in Abuja. Let's get into the Fintex show now. And on the show today, I have a little information to share for you. And it is to the effect that Nigeria could spend $110 billion on food importation this year, 2025. $110 billion on food importation in 2025. Now, that's if the federal government does not embrace digital agricultural extension services. Digital agricultural extension services. Now, who's saying this? It's Dr. Godwin Atsa. He's the country director, the Sasakawa Africa Association. He said so in Abuja, Nigeria could spend up to $110 billion on food importation. Now, I repeated that figure a couple of times so that you can feel the weight of our food need. Anyway, Dr. Atsa spoke during the annual stakeholders workshop on transforming the agricultural landscape through digital agricultural extension and advisory services. Digital. Let's begin to post and tweet food-related issues. It is only the smart ones like Razak, Olaegbe, and Nia Adeosun that can explain this to me. According to him, extension and advisory services are important to agricultural transformation. Neo. If I call you like that, you say, oh.
all I just cried my mind, I say, are you my mother?
I beg, help me. How can we spend the $110 billion to increase local food production? Think about it while I introduce you. What are my manners? Yeah. Mr. Ni Adeosun is a fantastic guy. He is a non-oil export expert and coach. He joins me on the show this morning. Welcome, Ni. How are you today?
Thank you. I don't know what I'm better than, but Razak would explain better.
Let's find out. Razak Olaegbe is producing, as always.
Before anything, when I sent that script to me last night, he said, there's a correction. I said, what do you mean? I said, show me. He said, how can we spend more than $10? I said, that is the story. That's why I brought it.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I am better than NYC. That woman better than
Anyway, guys, on this show, we talk non-oil export, we talk fintech, we talk fintech peripherals. And my name is Femi Obong-Daniels. Kofi Bartels is by me. I'm not releasing him anytime soon, although he's very preoccupied. Guy is like Kofi is massively preoccupied with reading all your comments. I've never seen our WhatsApp timelines this busy on the morning before, which is a good thing. Anyway, let's go into the conversation. By the way, this conversation usually throws up useful information that you want to glean from. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Special thanks to Tunde Abdul Salam. He makes sure that every week when we come on this show, you can also follow us on YouTube and Facebook. Look for Nigeria Info. You cannot miss it. So you can not only hear you can follow us. Also, the mobile app, you can take us wherever you go. Nigeria Info. Look for it in your Play Store. Just search for Nigeria Info. You will see the yellow and green NI icon. You can't miss it. To follow up during the course of the week, anything you want, any information, any whatever, send a WhatsApp message to 0912-171-2885. That's 0912-171-2885. Okay? 0912-171-2885. All right, Nee, let me come back to you. So, help me. How can we spend $110 billion to increase local food production?
Okay, so thank you very much. When I saw that script last night, I laughed. And I'm like, I said, this guy wants me to go into the archives, right? And I think I'd mentioned it on the show here, when some 2010, 2012, that I wrote a blueprint for agriculture. In the car, I was telling him, I said, Razak, I won't show you.
You have it here?
Oh, yeah. So I had to go and print it out.
Oh, that was 15 years ago.
Yes, that was a document that you see the BB, you see my BB pin.
Yes,
you understand?
Yes.
There. So I literally just printed it out. That's a 15-year ago document. All right?
I did not know this when I was putting this script together.
Eradicating poverty through agriculture in Nigeria. Microcredit for mechanized agriculture program. MyMap or something like MyMap.
Yes.
Oh, it's multi-part project. This is you.
This is me.
You said 2010, 15 years ago.
That's it. 15 years ago, I put that document together. All right? About how to revolutionize agriculture in West Africa. That was my goal. So I had to scale it down. This is the Nigerian version of it. You understand?
Yeah.
And the plan at that time was, I was worried. You understand? And I needed to be able to talk about it this morning,
And the simplicity of it.
That's what it is. And I started getting worried. I said, look, I was worried about urban migration. All right? Why are our young people...
This is about 2.5 pages.
Look,
but it's really rich.
It's a 60-page document, the full document.
That's
an executive summary.
An executive summary, okay.
That's an executive summary. It's a 60-page document. You got it. Now, my plan was, look, people shouldn't come into the city center anymore because it's already clogged out here. Can we build the villages? There's massive arable land there, right? We can have everybody come in together to be able to provide land. We do some counterpart funding. You got land. We go to maybe, I think it was EBI that I was trying to work with at that time. ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development or something, where you bring in money, you bring in land, so you can decide to go into livestock. Somebody goes into farming, And I put up that document all to make sure that this country's agriculture is brought into fruition.
What happened?
You get it?
What happened to it?
Let me shock you. When President Muhammadu Buhari became president, I took that document, I printed it, because I'm somebody who, I don't like to talk, I like to do, right? I printed the document, I gave this document I was looking for people who were close to him, all right? I remember there was a chap.
This was like about 5 years after you had initially prepared.
So because I knew it was a time. Everybody was excited what he was going to do something, I gave it to that Omojua guy, that guy on Twitter, one Omojua guy. I gave him a copy. I gave, I gave Tunde Bakari.
Okay.
This print. I handed him a copy like this. Send this document. I went to an APC office in Victoria Land here. I gave it to some men there. Give this document to the new president. Give it to the new president.
Or the vice president.
That was my contribution to the government at that time. I only told myself that, look, I'm not going to be part of those who are going to be criticizing government. I sat down, I wrote a 60-page blueprint about how the government can actually revolutionize agriculture, and needed to give it to the president. Again, look, there's another document I wrote about 100 days in government of this past Buhari government. So when you see people like us complain, when you see that young girl who has come to complain, these are people that are passionate about this country. When people come and speak and tell about the ills of the country, you understand? It's because we're passionate. We're not just passionate, we are doing. If this document that I'm telling you today, that I'm showing you here, is implemented, right? People will not need to come to the city area, because those agric extension officers you're talking about are going to be young children that probably read agricultural science in school, that read agric economics in school, that read economics in school, that will be hired. You know, they will come in Hilux vehicles, you understand? Monitoring all the agriculture that is going on in all of the rural areas. It's a big project. It's a 32 point something billion dollar project.
Yeah.
That I wrote 15 years ago. That is that document you're looking at.
So, in a nutshell, agricultural extension is just about scientific research, knowledge sharing, and letting the farmers know how to maximize their profits. So it's for the rural, farmers.
And this executive summary is very explicit. I mean, I just did a cursory glance, and I can tell this is an initiative to develop agriculture through registered microcredit institutions, to eradicate poverty in Nigeria through the empowerment of farmers, produce exporters, other stakeholders in the area of agriculture. And I'm looking at the mechanics of it. It will work with the various agricultural credit support programs of finance institutions, with the active support of international funding institutions and partners, and also interested individuals, microfinance banks, commercial banks, finance institutions, cooperatives, and so on. So this is about accessibility to individuals who are participants, individuals, corporate institutions, banks, other financial institutions, farmers, cooperatives, state governments, ministries, and agencies. You're right, 32.439 billion naira for a 4-year period. And there's even a breakdown of that 32 billion.
Please reel that breakdown out.
Yes, $1.7 billion to be contributed by 175,000
farmers.
Okay. 967.74 billion to be contributed. To be contributed by 50,000 cooperatives each. There is 30.48 million naira to be contributed by 6,300 individuals interested in setting up Casacero plants.
Yes, using cassava to do ethanol.
For ethanol.
Exactly, for ethanol and eco-friendly, what do you call it?
Yeah,
power.
Clean alternative energy.
That's it.
There is also a contribution by 2,650 individuals and corporate bodies interested in setting up fertilizer recycling plants. There is a sum there for farmers and farmers cooperatives. You know what? Let's take a break. We'll be back.
Talk, news, and after this.
Some I like
it's him be say you like him. I tell you say he no good for you, but you see they talk say you like him. My pikin. You know say I go always get your back, but you got shine your eye well, take carry better thing. Like the new Golden Penny soya and vegetable oil where they for brand new packaging.
The new Golden Penny soya oil contains vitamins A, D, and E with omega-3 and 6 and 0 trans fat. They are available for different sizes. Buy your own for retail store where they near you. Golden Penny oil. Eat well, live well.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
He done of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say the wine meaning.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby?
Jerry, now you they talk like this. Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I don't know.
Guy, HFM.com.
For
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said HFM.com.
Which one is HFM.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said HFM.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
Start your children's day with a great taste of Ovaltine, enriched with multi-nourishment, calcium, malt, and vitamin B12 to support learning and playtime. Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
Step into a realm of endless opportunities at Wellspring University. Whether you're aiming to pursue undergraduate studies, top-up programs, postgraduate degrees, we've got you covered. Our commitment lies in nurturing talent, inspiring innovation, and empowering students to unlock their boundless potential. Explore our diverse range of programs, including public administration, economics, hospitality and tourism studies, nursing, medical laboratory science, criminology and security studies, microbiology, and much more. For further inquiries and to discover the perfect program for you, visit our website at www.wellspringuniversity.edu.ng or call us at 0704-255-0535 or 0907-333-0526. Wellspring University, the future of education.
So creamy, so good. Aisha, why do you have so many teas and sachets of cowbell?
Oh, it's what I plan to share this Ramadan.
My sister, you can start by sharing some with me now.
Oh yeah, take. It's Ramadan after all. In this holy month, share the nourishing goodness of cowbell with friends and family. It contains vitamin B9, Vitarich, and it's so creamy, so good. Ramadan Kareem.
Cowbell of creamy goodness.
We see you, Mr. As my guy don't win. Please say don't ginger. No dollar. With the Jolly Just Come Welcome offer, BetKing is giving you 100 Naira instant sign-up bonus. That's not all. Within 14 days on the app, you stand a chance to get up to 1 million Naira in rewards and enjoy 50 free casino bets on Aviator. Download BetKing app and register today using the promo code FREEBETS to enjoy your 100 Naira instant bonus and other exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
I say Nigerian, my rice must be premium. I want the stone-free rice. I don't want it gummy rice. That's why I choose Kiara. See, I see they swell Kiara. The aroma they make me hungry. Oh yeah, give me some. From the east to the west, pretty ladies here. Eat 35 bar and protein. Oh yes, from the north to the south. Rice can be found. Choose Kiara rice, we don't go let you down. Joy, joy, joy. The taste of joy is here. Pretty lady, African king, very good. From Nigeria and Bogu rice.
Experience the taste of joy with Kiara Rice Mills, makers of Pretty Lady, African King, Proudly Nigeria, Red Eagle, and Bogu Rice. Kiara Rice Mills, the taste of joy in every grain.
Mama, are they hungry?
Yes, my pikin. Oh yeah, go change. Make you come chop.
My children are my life, but I know say they need to eat well to do well. Since I discover Maggi soya chunks, to add protein to my food, don't they easy?
Now, I know they worry whether them get protein for food, because with Maggi soya chunks, I fit give them protein for food.
Protein every day for my family.
Education is a key driver for growth for any economy. With the increased use of technology in various sectors, It's time to beam the spotlight on how technology can be used to strengthen the education sector, level the playing field, and make education accessible for all. Join us on EdTech Mondays on Nigeria Info Lagos at 6:45 a.m. every Monday as we discuss the key education stakeholders on emerging topics in education and the use of technology for addressing any challenges. EdTech Mondays is brought to you by MasterCard Foundation and Co-Creation Hub Nigeria.
Whether you dey rush go enter bus or you dey dance for your party wedding, Nivea Dry Deodorant Roll-On dey for you. E go help you maintain your steez. Nivea Dry Roll-On don dey for affordable small 25 ml pack for boys and girls wey sabi.
My son, help me check this phone. I no know wetin Junior press. E no dey work again.
Make I see. Ah, mommy.
Wetin happen?
They don't block your line now.
Nobody like to chop blocking, no. So, if they don't block you unto say you not link your NIN to your Airtel line, run kitty go any Airtel shop with your NIN to unblock your line today.
Airtel, a reason to imagine. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back, Lagos. This is the Fintex show. It's your favorite guide through the wild world of all things fintech and non-oil exports and beyond. Every week we come here to try and make sense of the latest trends while keeping things as light as can be. We started today by sharing that thought from our producer about the fact that Nigeria could spend $110 billion on food importation this year. And we're being told to embrace digital agricultural extension services. Razak, what is digital agriculture? To the layman, the people hear digital, they think about. So what in layman's language, what is it? Oh, hold on.
It's just research.
Research, okay.
Scientific research and knowledge sharing.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
Then where you support the small farm holders, how they can maximize their profit, maximize their produce, so that there be less wastage.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah. And how much genetically modified food should we be expecting in the country during the course of the year?
I don't have the figure in my head, but right now in the markets, we have so much GMO in the market. So much
GMOs have taken over the market.
They have taken over. Kofi was saying the other time that we don't have it. I said we have it. Chicken, yes, chicken, vegetable oils, they are imported.
Yeah, all your imported vegetable oils, your chicken,
turkey, yes,
meat, especially meat,
imported,
foreign meat.
Yes,
much of it is genetically modified. And we are seeing more and more fruits.
Yes. Sorry, Femi. I saw a mango on Aromeri Avenue before Allen Avenue in Kenya. This big,
massive mango.
I was like, what? I said, Madam, how much is this? He said, 2,000 naira. I said, thank you very much. That mango is seedless.
I won't eat mango that doesn't have seeds.
How? How do you eat that?
Yeah, well, again.
But it looks very sumptuous, attractive.
Yeah, I know. So I was having a conversation with my wife yesterday. So we, there is this place where we shop at, is it Aboyadeko? Just here on the island. So we went where we shop for fruits. And we go and we buy, the fruits that are tiwantiwa, those that are imported. And some of them that just taste a bit too sweet to be natural. You take some tangerines, they're so red and they're so sweet. You're like, and then they are seedless. And you're like, why are you seedless? Even the grapes these days. My little boy loves grapes, a whole lot. This berry kind of grapes, this small poppy ones. Back in the day, they used to have seeds, but almost. So I'm constantly looking for the ones that have seeds. But most of the ones you find are seedless. And you're like, how are you growing these things? They are modified. Now, some would say modification is good now. It means you can produce more. But at what cost? If you play with nature, what can be the, so you might make more money, you might produce more, but could these things have repercussions for the health? People talk about a lot of things growing in people's bodies, and I don't know. I don't have all the facts. So you do your own research, read up on all these things. So there are GMOs everywhere. I hear even corn now, and we hear all sorts of things, but without demonizing what the efforts, so especially what government's efforts are. Those who are experts should please. I have seen videos of scientists and people in the medical field begging that Nigerians, please, everybody should plant natural things very soon. These GMOs will soon make sure there is nothing natural anymore. If you have a backyard, plant something. Continue to plant. When you grow, plant again. A time will come when there will be no natural corn. Only corn you will see will be genetically modified. They will be big, probably very sweet. But then you will begin to, and today we see it. We are having, when I was a kid, village headmaster, no, not village headmaster, New Masquerade, Chief Zebediah used to say cancer is disease of a woman. What concerns African man? Well, it doesn't mean there were no cancers, but the exponential rise in these things that were pretty alien. These are things you used to read about, and all of that. But why? We do not know. But we also know that there's a global fight against GMOs, foods that are genetically modified. And sometimes, trust me, sometimes, and this is not just about government, the people behind the modification are not thinking about your health. They're thinking about their profits. That, for me, that is the problem. It's not, your health is not their primary concern. It's like expecting big pharma to care first about your health. They're not caring so much about your health. They're caring so much about their profit numbers. So yes, they will give you medicine. The medicine will cure your problem, create 2-3 others, but that is what it is. And before people will come at me and say, I'm not an expert on these things. But if you have the habit, like me, of reading through the fine line, including those things they don't even want to mention, but they are compelled to mention, you will throw some drugs away. As in, you will just throw them away. And doctors, those who are in the field themselves, they use far less drugs than the rest of us. The people who know use far less drugs. I was surprised when I was reading the side effects of paracetamol. And one of the side effects is headache. I'm like, okay, you're supposed to cure headache. How is headache a side effect? Again, when we were small, they used to give us yellow and red capsule. Anytime you purge small like this, I was antibiotic. Is it tetracycline? Tetracycline. They will give it to you like that. And one day I was reading side effects of tetracycline, diarrhea. This is not the thing they are giving us. Why is diarrhea one of the side effects? I mean, it's ridiculous. But and then there are doctors who will tell you, if you have a headache, the first thing you do is not grab paracetamol. The first thing is sleep, rest, drink milk, take a lot of water, drink some milk, and relax. First, find out why you are having the headache. It could be fatigue. Don't hit yourself with medication and destroy your microbiome and your gut health, and then you begin to become even drug resistant. For the drugs to work, you need higher doses, you need more powerful ones. I tell people, even when I go, some years ago I was in surgery abroad, and it was a surgical procedure I had undergone. Much of it was cosmetic from an unfortunate accident and all of that. I had done it here in Nigeria. It was brutality. It was like the next day I looked like a corpse. My whole face was swollen, everything. And then you were in real pain. Real pain. And then I went abroad and I did the same surgery. And they gave me painkillers, which were very powerful painkillers. I took it that night. I took it the next morning. And by the evening, I didn't feel the pain. And I was supposed to continue to take it for another 10 days. I just packed it because it was just supposed to help me. And I looked at how powerful these drugs were. And because, thankfully, the surgical procedure was not like abattoir surgery. My face didn't swell, I didn't feel like a corpse. Yes, there was some discomfort, but I preferred to take that discomfort and to continue to. And a lot of people get hooked on medication. People in the West, many people live their lives on drugs just to help them cope with the pain. And it starts small and then it builds. And that's just drugs. Same thing for food. Many of the foods that you find, the processed foods, they're going to mess you up. And many of them are deliberately addictive. Deliberately, not by chance. So you would have a craving, an unquenchable craving for that thing. And it is not there by chance. It is put there to make you have the craving. I have a friend who will not eat. A lady. She would rather starve than eat a meal without a fizzy drink, a particular brand. And it doesn't matter how many meals she has a day. She must have it. So if she eats 3 times, that is at least 3 bottles. And that is your life every day. And if there is no fizzy drink, if you try to rob her, if you give her food and there's no fizzy drink nearby, she will not eat that food. It's addiction after addiction, and you don't know it. Okay, let's get back to the show, guys. So, Nee, all this work done 10, 15 years ago, and we had this conversation and all of that, and you said you tried to get it even to the presidency. You even shared some more attempts. You even went to the people close to the current president to try and get it there to him, and nothing.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Not even, with a document like this, you would wish that even if they don't want to give the initiator some credit, let them steal it and try to do. They won't do it well, but let them even try. Just try, because this is a 2.5 executive page summary that anybody can say, and it's so self-explanatory of a 60-page document. We are talking about non-oil export, and we are being told that we will import. I'm not saying we should not import. I'm not saying we should not import, because before you ban importation, you have to make sure you are able to meet local demand.
Very true.
Very true. And then you have to also think seriously about the source of the importation. Where are they coming from? Are they coming from places? Look at what happened to the Netherlands. The Netherlands forever has been one of the major feeders of the world, dairies, all these things. And a few years ago, there was something else that changed, where literally farmers were attacked. Local classic farming has literally been killed in favor of genetically modified farming, which we now hear Nigeria is heading towards, where farming with natural crops, farming in natural crops, natural livestock will be discouraged, and in its place will be a lot of I don't know what it is. So I was just wondering, is this something that can be picked up? The kind of numbers here, it doesn't look like something that everyday Nigerians can do anything about. This is a lot of money to actualize this in dollars. You definitely need government.
Let me tell you, right? When you're talking about anything that is micro,
yeah,
that document is a micro credit document. So it was a document that I thought out properly before putting it together. Now, the figures you're seeing there are very, very affordable. They are counterpart funds.
Okay.
The reason why they look very big is because of numbers of people that are participants.
Okay.
So you're talking about 175,000 farmers. If you do an aggregation of all the farmers across the 6 geopolitical zones, you can find 175,000 farmers. It's very easy, easy peasy, right? So they put in small amount of money, and the government takes it very serious and say, look, we're willing to drive this, all right? We'll put in money from, you can see the counterparts, you understand? You know, you see foreign investors, Ministry of Agriculture, you know. We sit down all together with the consultants on the project, and we can explain what exactly we have in our minds. There could be 1 or 2 tweaking here and there, all right, to make it happen. The bottom line is that, look, can we take a look at this? Like Razak said earlier on, this document you put together 15 years ago, he never told me he was going to write the script he wrote today. Maybe it's just about time.
Because when you saw the script that you now went...
The moment I saw the script, this was where my mind just went to. You understand? Because, I mean, look, I've been prepared. You get it? These are not projects for me. It's not about me. This is not what I'm going to use to eat. All right, we're saying, look, get this country to work. All right? So when people are...
Like Kofi said, you just went and dashed them the thing. You did not even fear that they will collect it.
Look, it's not even about the collection. Do you understand? We will not criticize without finding solutions. I'm a great critic of government. I am. I'm not apologetic about it. That girl that talked a few days ago, you understand, is Elena. She met us in this earth, right? We have criticized government, you understand, and we have taken a step further and say, look, rather than criticize you understand, let us also provide solutions, all right? These solutions are not allowed to get to the people who will make them happen. And it's not rocket science. Those figures are not a lot. You understand? You're doing agriculture, you're doing poultry, you're doing what do you call it? Casacero. What do you call it? You take cassava. When fermented, you understand? It becomes fuel.
It produces ethanol.
You understand? And there are these very special, special kind of stoves, all right? That were being used in Brazil. All right? That can be adopted here. It is cheaper than fossil fuel because there's cassava everywhere in this country. You will build silos when people produce, right? You have the silos that are there that are going to be used to store. Why should food be getting spoiled in Benue State? Why should it happen like that? You drive through all those places, you see people having food on the road. A bowl of yam, bowl of orange. You see all of those things in huge quantities, right? At the end of the day, there are no people to buy them. They are going to get spoiled. There should be silos in Benue, all right? These are projects that, like he said, the UN can take over. So we really wish we'd have anybody who say, look, I can take you to the president. Come and do a presentation to the president. It's not about me. It's about us developing this country the way it should be developed, rather than spending that kind of humongous amount of money to say that we're importing. If we're going to import, we can probably just cut it up by 50%. And this kind of long-term plan, you understand, can actually start to take over, you understand, so that we can feed our people. Then probably do export like we've always thought.
And if we spend half of that money in local production, sorry, Kofi, Ghana yam will be a thing of the past. It's our yam, it's not Ghana's yam.
I'm happy now that I'm getting that Ghana yam will be a thing of the past. That one suit my belly.
It will be a thing of the past. So we can control that. Ghana does not have enough yam to feed the world.
Yes, to come and oppress us.
Why did they get it? It's from Nigeria. Kofi, but you don't have enough to feed your...
You know, two of us are against you.
So this yam debate.
Yes.
I said the yam debate.
Oh my God.
We just had the I beg to differ yam debates. All right. The contact number once again is 0912-171-2885.
Please let me quickly chip this in.
Let me repeat the number first.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
0912-171-2885. Just WhatsApp messages.
Yeah. So we're going to have a free training for those who want to do export this Thursday.
This Thursday?
Yeah, this Thursday. So it's a free training.
For free export? Okay.
Yeah, anybody wants to learn about export business, you understand, come and join us. Just say you're interested. Send a message, to that number that you're interested in export business, you understand, then we'll be able to put you in there so they can learn about what we're going to teach about export.
Is it a virtual training?
It's going to be virtual, yeah.
Virtual.
Yeah,
okay.
Virtual.
Okay. So 0912 171 2885. 0912 171 2885. That's okay. So let me check a couple, see what message or messages that we might have coming in. Okay. Let me see this one. All right. Nathaniel Ayodele. Okay. Here you are. All right. Let me just take, I see you, no name. Good morning, Nigeria Info family. I do not have the name. Yes, this is from Ayodele Olani Oladipo, who says, good morning, Femi, Razak and Ni. Thanks for your advocacy for a better society. But what is government doing to proffer solution? I went to the state last year, to the US, and can you imagine ewedu and spinach we bought from Sam's Club are from China? This is Ayo. Ewedu and spinach from China. What is spinach in Yoruba? It's not for and ewedu.
The reality is that in the US, you cannot find ugu in the US. So it is spinach. You understand? We use as vegetable to be able to, And
why is there no ugu in the US?
So that is the question, right? Is ugu enough for us to eat in Nigeria? It's not even enough.
It's not enough.
If you go to Costco, right? You understand?
Man, I miss my father.
Yeah, so
we grew our own ugu. In fact, we used to eat the fluted pumpkins, the seeds. We used to cook it.
Look, let me tell you. And there is a drag for, if you go to NACO, we're agents in NACO.
Yeah.
If you see the amount of cartons of ugu that is going to London, you understand? Almost every other day, you understand? Huge number of cartons are moving to London every day. So there are too many things to do, you understand? Nigerians, there are too many things to do. Grow ugu in your backyard if you have a backyard, you understand? And it'll be exported and you still make money in foreign currency. There are no excuses for failure, really.
Good morning to everyone in the studio. How does one invest in agriculture without being involved on the farm? Thanks.
Mimap.
I don't have a name.
Mimap will do it.
I think it's Gloria from Ikorodu.
Mimap will do it. Mimap will do it.
Mimap again is microcredit for mechanized agriculture program. Mimap. Okay, so that's it. So you just become investor in the sector. You become an investor in the sector.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be a full-fledged, thriving project. All right. So professionals, that's what I said. People who went to school.
Yeah.
You will not find somebody who read agri-economics and going to go and work in the bank. What is he doing there? You get it. So he gets a job. You understand? He's an agri-extension officer. He's visiting one farm to the other. You are putting money there, and transactions are going on, and you get some kind of returns at the end of the day because everybody that is involved is a professional. But the government has to play a very major part of it because you don't have all the money to be able to happen. You pay counterpart funding of about 30%. Government provides about 70% of the funding.
Unfortunately, Razak, we got to go. Time is totally out. We'll see you again next week. We'll continue the conversation. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. We will take this conversation forward, okay? Bye-bye, everyone.
Doesn't go to school. Everybody knows him as the boy that draws under the bridge. We find
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.